At City Hall with the Mayor today, we're here to talk about the Civic Awards. They're back again.
They are. It's always a highlight of the year for me to be able to recognize the incredible efforts of so many volunteers that work tirelessly in our community to help make a difference in the lives of other people. So definitely looking forward to celebrating that again this year.
It's almost part of our identity as citizens of Kingston to volunteer. It seems everyone is involved in some shape or form with a volunteer body.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that one of the things that always impresses me as mayor is what a caring community we are. And the thousands of people that dedicate hundreds and hundreds of hours and time and effort day in and day out to make a difference, it really is worth recognizing. And so I think that's an important thing as a city to be able to recognize those volunteers. But if we don't know about who those volunteers are, then it's difficult for us to be able to recognize them. And so that's really what the Civic Awards program is all about.
And there's different tiers for the Civic Awards, right?
That's right, that's right. So probably our main award is called the First Capital Distinguished Citizen Award. And this is really like a lifetime achievement award to recognize volunteers that have served for many years over their lifetime and have made a significant contribution in some area of our city. And so that would be the first piece. So what we do is on Canada Day, July 1st, we have our Canada Day parade, and then we end up here in front of City Hall. And one of the big things that we do in the middle of our civic ceremony is to recognize those individuals.
Right.
So that would be the first category. And then the next category is the Mayor's Award for Youth Volunteerism. And this is something that's always very close to my heart, being able to see young people that are already engaged and already trying to make a difference here in our city. So we try to have several different categories to make it as available to as many young people as possible. And for the second year in a row, we're also going to attach bursaries and scholarships to these awards.
Nice. Okay, good. Some cash.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I mean, I think that's important,
Yeah.
right? To be able to recognize those efforts. And these are awards that can be put towards their education or towards some of their class projects. So the first category is grade 5 to 8. And so that's a $750 bursary that can be used for a class project. It can be used towards their school.
Right. So like outdoor gardens or something like that. They want to do. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So some sort of a project that the school is interested in doing, so that money can go towards that. The next category is grade 9 to 12. So secondary school students, it's a $1,500 scholarship. And so that's something that they can use towards their education once they're done high school. And then the third category is a $2,000 scholarship to post-secondary students.
Okay, perfect.
So that would be anybody at Queens
Yep.
or St. Lawrence or anybody in a post-secondary institution.
And would look good on applications too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I think that it's great. We already know that there's a lot of young people that are engaged in our community, and so we want to recognize them. We want to give them a scholarship, help them in their education and their future efforts, and so this is a great program to do that.
So if I know someone I would like to recognize with one of these volunteer awards, like how would I go about doing that?
Yeah, so probably the easiest way to do it is go to the city's website, cityofkingston.ca/civic awards. You'll see a bunch of information, more details on the awards. Then there's a link to the nomination form. So what we're looking for is for their name. Tell us about the person, why you think that they would be worthy of the award, and then what I will do is I'll convene a committee here at City Hall. We'll look at all of the applications, and then we'll make the tough decisions about who should receive those awards.
And how long do we have to nominate people for?
What we're doing is we're asking people to go out this week and to engage, to tell us about the great volunteers in our community. We're looking to have applications in by April the 27th.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your City, brought to you by the City of Kingston.